When an event like this happens, often we find that the world is rather unsentimental about our livelihoods and our industries. And I've experienced this firsthand on two separate occasions. One was 9/11. Had a number of media businesses. For a good year and a half, those businesses were completely flat and unable to support themselves. Then it happened again with the global financial crisis, where again, we found ourselves exposed. The tide went out, so to speak, as Warren Buffett likes to say. You never know who's swimming naked until the tide goes out. And a lot of us were swimming naked in the form of debt. We had lots of commitments. We were in the middle of projects, and there was no playbook. We hadn't lived through the Depression, and we didn't know what was happening. What we did know was that life was going to be different and deeply different. And for guys like myself who were in sort of peak earning years, and didn't feel we could afford a 5-year down cycle. It required to really think hard, ask big questions, and weigh the options, and be bold about what moves were available to me and which ones I would make. This particular pandemic, this event, this COVID-19 event, makes those situations look like basically practice. This event is far more like the Great Depression in terms of the economic contraction and the unemployment that will be pervasive globally. And on top of that, it's sort of exposed a lot of weaknesses in the system. What we know is that a lot of the jobs are not coming back. A lot of the more traditional industries, whether it's airlines or retail or myriad consumer services, are not going to see their normal return for maybe 2 or 3 years. So what do you do when you're past 40, past 50, past 60? You need to be earning, and you've got another round in you. You need to reinvent yourself. As frightening as that might be, there's never been a better time to do that. The tools that are available today to do that, the technology, the smartphones, the distribution systems, information services that are available to upskill and to distribute as a creator or a thought leader or a teacher. It's the Wild West, and these are now the pick and shovels of the trade. Digital marketing, digital media, storytelling, communication, leadership, soft skills, cognitive flexibility, adaptability. Those are all the most sought skills. Marketing, closing, negotiation. These are the skills of the future. And by the way, the future is a gig economy future. Freelancing and entrepreneurship are the new normal. The United States, I think 50% of the workforce is in the gig economy or entrepreneurs. And that number will only increase exponentially, especially in light of a force majeure like the COVID-19 pandemic. But if you're living abroad or you're international, this situation will already be known to you. We are here in Cape Town, South Africa. In the worst case scenario, the unemployment rate for this country post-COVID-19 could be upwards of 50%. If you're relying on the formal sector to get its act together, that's probably not a good plan. So upskilling and making yourself a new millennium warrior who can navigate outside the formal sector and become an entrepreneur, become part of the gig economy, make yourself a value creator that can transcend industries. That's where the future is. There is a brave new world out there, and I learned a long time ago that sometimes these disruptive moments, no matter how uncomfortable and how unsettling they may be, are often the exact catalyst we need for the next growth spurt. And judging by the impact of this one, it's going to be a big growth spurt. So if you'd like to learn more about the Manhattan Institute, then check out the link below. We're going to get into these soft skills in a deep and meaningful way. We're out.